Thoughts on how Fabio Capello handled Steven Gerrard?
My thoughts are on Steven Gerrard, that obviously as Liverpool manager I'm frustrated and disappointed to lose such an important player for such a long period of time after a friendly game. Anything I say other than that I'm disappointed and even a little bit angry about it would be dishonest. But I know that Steven is very anxious to put a tin lid on this matter. You've had a couple of days now where you've been able to enjoy the headlines and enjoy plenty of debate, club versus country, but Steven, as a very important club player but also a very important player for his national team, is anxious that the tin lid is put upon this. He's anxious to make it clear that he's disappointed and sad too, but he's going to do everything he can to get back to full fitness as quickly as possible. And as far as I'm concerned, I don't want to add to anything that's been said or is being said, and will prefer to just keep my statement to this very simple one.
Have you spoken to Capello at all over it?
No.
Do you feel that he owes you an apology for what's happened?
I've just said I don't want to discuss anymore. I don't expect apologies from anybody. I've said what I've got to say on the subject, and as far as I'm concerned, I'm not prepared to add any fuel to the fire or add anything to the debate which has been raging. My main concern is with Liverpool Football Club. It's with the match against West Ham tomorrow, and in particular it's with Steven Gerrard. And Steven Gerrard is anxious that this matter is put behind him and everybody, and is very anxious himself not to prolong the discussion.
Without meaning to prolong it then, can you kind of accept the reasons for keeping him on longer than an hour as a manager?
I mean, how many more questions are you going to ask me? I mean, I think I've made it clear that I've said what I've going to say, and you can ask as many more questions you like, but I'm not going to add one thing to what I've already said.
Okay. Well, West Ham as well, what kind of a test do they pose?
I think West Ham have got some very good players. They've had a poor start to the season, of course, and they won't be very happy with their table position, I'm sure, but I also think that West Ham is a traditional club, a club that's always been renowned for producing players, playing good football. And when I look at the team sheet and when I look at the videos, as I've been doing before we play them, there are a lot of good players out there, and there'll be a tough opponent. And I'm afraid, again, it's a cliched answer, but what other answer can you give? You know, I'd love to say no, West Ham won't pose us any problems, but I'd be lying. They will.
Do you think the fact that the league remains so tight between the middle and top, do you think that is to your advantage at the moment as well? Once you do pick up, continue to pick up the momentum?
That's for sure. I mean, obviously, no team wants to get divorced from the top. The only place you want to get divorced from is the bottom. So, if the league's tight, it can be advantageous. There's no doubt about that. But sooner or later, if you want to get up to the top, you've got to put that string of results together. We did it for 3 games in a row, but then we weren't able to keep it up.